Hi everybody, we are going to do our directed drawing today, and believe it or not, we are going to turn this one single line into a chameleon. This drawing's a little more involved than I think any of the other drawings that we've done. There's going to be a few more steps, well, kind of the same amount of steps, but I feel like we're just drawing more on this one, and it gets a little more complicated. So, do your best, pause me when you need to, and I can't wait to see them. So this is in your Chameleons Are Cool packet, and it's kind of toward the middle back. Find this page right here that has just the line on it, and I'm actually going to rip it out. I think it's going to be easier for me to draw on it if it's ripped out. So once you find it, you can rip yours out as well. And I'm also going to rip out the next page, which says Color Changing Chameleons. Okay, you need both pages. And I'm going to put my packet to the side. Okay, so this line, in your packet it was like this. It's actually going to be sideways like this. Okay, so you can flip yours the long way. And here we go. So your first step, oh, if you're not ready yet, by the way, pause me, okay? So once you have all your stuff out, here's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to draw a really big, curvy, like backwards C line that goes from up here around the line. And we're going to kind of make like the back of the chameleon, and we're going to start his tail. Okay, so it's going to go like this. I'm going to start here. I'm not going to make it touch this line. I don't want to start at the line. I want to start like above the line. I'm going to make a really big backwards C type of thing that goes here. Okay, so here's his back, and then this is going to be the start of his tail. Let's go ahead and finish up his tail. So once you're here, you're going to keep extending this line, and we're going to make him have like a curvy tail. So I'm going to go and just circle around to like here, and I'll stop there. Okay, now once you're there, you're going to start here, and you're going to make it go back around and touch this line. We're like making the other side of his tail now. So watch me. I'm going to start here at where I ended, and I'm going to kind of follow my curve back around. See how I do that? And I'm going to keep going all the way up and meet that line at the top. Go ahead and do that with yours. Next, we'll draw the top of the head. Okay, pause me if you're not ready yet. I'm going to move on to the head. So the head is going to start. I'm not going to go to the very bottom of where I started this line. I'm going to go a little bit above it. And my head is going to kind of start to pop out of there. I'm going to go up, and then it's going to come out. Okay, out. And we're going to stop it at about the same like length, the same spot as this line that they drew for me. Okay, and then we're gonna come back around, so it's kind of like a little point right there, and I'm gonna come back around, and it's gonna come back in, and you want it to touch over here on the line. Okay, not at the very tip of the line, but back a little bit. Okay, if you need to ever see anything that I've drawn again, you can always rewind the video as well and watch me do it again. So we've closed our head now. Here's the shape of our chameleon's head. And we have his body, or her body. Next, we'll draw one nice big eye. Okay, we're looking at like the side of the chameleon, right? So we can only see one of his or her eyes. So I'm going to draw a really big eye. Whoops. There's my chameleon's eye. I'm going to draw a little pupil, the black part of the eye, looking out. Okay, there's his eye. And then I'll draw a little smile. There we go. Very good. Pause me if you're not ready. I'm going to move on to his bumps on his back. Okay, the chameleons have like those little bumps that go along their spine. So I'll start here at the back of his head, and I'm just going to do little bumps. They don't have to be exactly the same size or the same shape. Whatever you want to make them. I'm going to stop my bumps right there. Okay, you only want them along the back. You don't want the bumps to go along the tail. Next, I'm going to draw details around his body. So I'm going to make my chameleon striped. Okay, you can make your chameleon striped as well if you wanted to. You could make yours polka dotted if you wanted to. If you want to just make yours one color, you could leave it as one color. I think striped will look fun, so I'm going to make him striped. So I'm going to start with his body. I'm going to leave his head alone, I think. And I'm just going to bring some stripes down. And his body is round, right? His body is not completely straight. So I should make my stripes kind of curved because his body is curved. Give like some dimension. And somewhere around the middle, I'm going to switch my curves to go the other way. So at first, this one should be probably more curved. My curves started going out that way. Over here, my curves are going to go the other way. I'm going to make those curves go all the way down by his tail as well. There we go. That's one crazy chameleon. Next he needs feet, right? So pause me if you're not done drawing your details. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to draw the feet. So the feet are pretty simple. They're just like little ovals. We are going to put one up at the front and one toward the back. I'm going to make it kind of run into his body right there. And finally, your chameleon's going to be sitting on a tree trunk. So we're going to draw a big tree trunk going right through the middle of our page. So all that's going to look like is a line that kind of runs into his face to the side of our page here. And then another line, so he's going to be standing on it. So we want to make sure our tree trunk like goes somewhere above his feet and somewhere below his feet so he can be standing on it. So I'll make the rest of my tree trunk go like here. And then I'll make it come. So this line is going to pretend to go all the way through. I don't actually want to draw through my chameleon, but I'll follow the line. Maybe my tree trunk will come out about here. And then this part of my tree trunk, let's see, maybe you could see it a little bit right there and right there. And there's the rest of my tree trunk. Okay. Now you can take some time to color your chameleon however you want to color it, right? Chameleons change colors, so grab your crayons. Take some time to color your beautiful chameleon, whatever you want to color it. Probably should make your tree trunk brown, right? Your tree trunk's not going to change colors. Go ahead and pause me while you color. I'm not going to color mine right now. I'll color it in a little bit. I'm going to show you what to write. Okay, so if you're ready for writing, go ahead and pull out this page. If you're not ready, pause me. And when you are ready, you can come back to the video. So I'm just grabbing my scissors and my glue. There we go. And I'm going to cut out one of these pages that say Color Changing Chameleon. So there's that. And here's what I want you to write about. I'm actually not going to write for you today. We already read The Color Changing Chameleon. And we talked about some different facts and things that we learned. All I want you to do is take one of those things that we learned and write it down. Okay? You can write about one of the things that we talked about together. Or if you want to write about something else that you learned, you can write something else, but it has to come from the story. It can't just be something that you already knew, something that you learned from a movie or a show. It has to be something that you learned from the book that we read. Okay, so write one sentence about chameleons and put your name at the bottom, and then you can glue it on without covering up your chameleon. I'll just throw some glue right there. Glue it down. And you're good to go. All right, have fun. I can't wait to see them.